Don't overthink it. It's not healthy. Overthinking is not going to help you in the situation until it does. Until it does. Like, I don't know how y'all define overthinking, but as someone who had to build or rebuild myself from the ground up, I can tell you that sometimes overthinking is a requirement in growth. There have been times where I've taken offense to someone telling me not to overthink things because I'm like, I just think you're not thinking enough. Having an holistic person telling me not to overthink something usually is them telling me not to have any emotions or feelings over a matter. It's a dismissal of the conversation when I'm trying to break down what's happening in front of me because I do not understand it. Don't engage if you don't want to, but don't insult me either because let's be real, a lot of you just label everything and anything as overthinking because you don't think past the surface level. Like, I'll be real, some shit's not that deep. There are things in life that are really not that deep, and it's more of a reflection of my character and how much emotion I'm putting into it. But it's up to me as a grown-ass adult to figure out when those moments are or are not happening. When should I care? When should I not give a fuck? When should I engage? When should I fall back? It's a part of growing up, and it's a big part of healing because sometimes you have to think outside of a box that was built for you. Autistic people, a lot of us have this thing where we just get labeled wrong. Like, everything we do, we say wrong. It's just like that. A lot of times in my life, I would ask people for advice. In reality, I was afraid of fucking up, getting reprimanded and or cursed out at for the smallest mistake. So we kind of rely on other people's answers a lot of the times. A lot of autistic people do not feel safe to unmask, and I understand that, but I feel as if unmasking and learning to hear your own voice is an important part of the autistic existence. Their answers don't work for us. Their reality doesn't work for us because it doesn't work for them half the time. Don't bring nasty supremacist bullshit into my comment section, but this world is a need in our way of thinking. The top to bottom and the bottom to top way of thinking is needed. And this world is being done a major injustice by not utilizing the other side. Until we're useful for them, like Albert Einstein or the creator of Pokemon, great people doing great things. It's important that we learn to utilize our own brains and our own ways of thinking. And I'm not saying that overthinking doesn't exist, but there are just some things as an autistic person that people claim as overthinking when in reality it's just them not questioning. And outside the autistic experience, there's the experiences of black people, there's experiences of women, there's experiences of the oppressed. Intersectionality, different perspectives, and how important each one of them are to the grand scheme of things. Being a person who questions something against someone who just claims that's just the way things are, you shouldn't question it, you shouldn't overthink it. There are times people claim that overthinking is just you using your intuition, putting two and two together. The word overthinking is narcissist's best friend. Again, as a grown-ass adult, you just have to figure out when those times are. I find that you do this through a combination of both research and self-reflection.